I'm live now. Welcome to class. Welcome everyone. I'm super excited to be here. This is our first Readers Republic show for the year 2024. I'm excited. I'm excited. Yes, it's going to be a beautiful experience. I want you to stay connected because you're going to be learning a lot from the program. Good evening, Ma'am Jemima. How you doing? I hope you're fine this evening. Okay, I've been trying to wrap my hair back end. Sorry, well, I just had to let it go because it was a struggle. How you doing? I hope you're fine. So we're discussing building your best self this time. It's necessary for us to understand the different compartments and how we can begin to navigate our journey going forward. Please, if you can hear me clearly, just let me know in the comments. I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. And if today is your first time stopping by, my name is Faith Michael. I'm the president of Free Leaders Book Club. And this is the time where we get to have conversations around personal development, reading books, and so much more. All right. So if today is your first time stopping by, please subscribe to our channel so that you can always be notified whenever there is an update. All right. Whenever there's a new update, we do this every Friday. We just resumed for the year, and I want to officially welcome everyone. As you can see, I'm refreshed. I'm better right now. I'm stronger. After the 14 days of transcending books, I'm finally back. Yeah. Back to back, back to back. Who is ready for me tonight? Who is ready? Who is ready? Welcome. So share the post, share to our various platforms so that they will know that we are live now. So build your best self. So when you look at the topic, what came to mind? Jemima, what came to mind? Girlie, I see Ma'am Dora. Tell me what came to mind when you saw this very topic. Simple steps to personal mastery. There are a lot of things that can lead to personal mastery, but there are also simple steps that we can begin to take to propel us towards the right direction. Yes, to propel us towards the life that we have always prayed for, the life that we have wished for. And that is why we are here this evening. I can see that a lot of you have been going to some of my videos on this channel. Thank you. And you'll be telling me about your transformation, which is really beautiful. So what came to mind when you first saw the flyer, build your best self? You can tell me in the comment section. But I want to start with a word called entelechy, the concept of entelechy. Entelechy. All right? Entelechy. If you've heard it before, let me know you've heard that word before. But if you've not, cool, this will be your first time hearing the word. Please type it in the comments. Entelechy, entelechy. Okay? So the word simply means your ability to pursue your purpose, your potential, because you want to be able to unleash them, your brilliance, you want to become a better personality. That is what it means, entelechy. And deep down in our hearts, we all want to be able to actualize our purpose, want to be able to actualize our potential, want to be able to become this amazing person that we have always prayed for. Even though there are times it seems difficult, it's almost like we're not getting there. It's almost like the journey is becoming longer by the day. Ma'am Essential, you're welcome. It's almost like the journey is becoming longer by the day. So the concept of entelechy as a Greek word, it says that this thing is an inherent personality, it's an inherent thing in our DNA as individuals. We have it. We want to be able to pursue our purpose. We want to be able to actualize our dreams. Who doesn't want to? If that looks like what you are interested in, for example, then you would have to become deliberate in pursuing your entelechy, right? Entelechy. Somebody can type that in the comment, or you can write it on your notes. In my definition here, I said entelechy refers to the realization of potential or the actualization of an inherent purpose. The actualization of an inherent purpose. The truth is, you can eat good food and you feel happy. You can have an intimate session with your partner and you feel excited. You can maybe make more money, and you're like, oh my God, and all of those. Kennedy, you're welcome, and all of those different excitement that comes with having an experience. But the truth is, the best form of experience that can never take a man further in life is the experience of intellectually, right? I'd like you to subscribe to the channel if you have not done so yet. Like, subscribe, share so that others can see our videos and connect. Okay, so the best form of fulfillment, the best place that we can get fulfillment from is the place of intellecting. I said intellecting refers to the realization of our purpose, of our potential, or the actualization of an inherent purpose. Particularly when it comes to personal development, it brings a lot of fulfillment, spiritual growth, right? What about in the area of our relationship? It is a state of ultimate purpose fulfillment. That is intellectual, right? It's a Greek word. Now, if you also have read the work, the book Ikigai, you also discovered that a lot was said around the concept of the actualization of purpose. People define these things in different ways, in different communities, in different villages and places. They define these things differently. But the truth is, if I ask you in the comment section now to tell me what is your definition of of living your best life, tell me Prosper, tell me Kennedy, what is your definition of living your best life? All right. Today is your first time stopping by. This is our last public show. It's a place where we have powerful conversations around the reading life. We talk about purpose, personal transformation, productivity, reading, and so much more. So stay relaxed because you're going to be interacting with wisdom from different ends. Like I said, at the end of today's session, for those of you that will stay to the end, I'm going to be recommending books, about two powerful books that have actually inspired today's teaching. All right, I'm going to be recommending those books for you. You can go and read them in detail so that you can also integrate some of these lessons on a deeper level. That's why it's called the Readers Public Show. So we talk about books a lot. Okay. So, like I was sharing with us, that deep down we all want to fulfill purpose. If you look at the story of Joseph in the Bible, um, Joseph was a young man living with his dad, you know, having different dreams, how that he wants to become this person, or he dreamt this happened. The brothers bowed down to him. It was I think he was in number 12 out of 11 brothers, right? Yeah, was number 12 out of it was in number 11 out of about 12 brothers because he had a younger brother um, that was named Benjamin or Benoni. The mother named him Benoni, but the father named him Benjamin, right? He had that brother, so they were 12 in number. So he could remember just dreaming in his father's house, and each time he goes to bed, he dreams of him seeing of him becoming this person who is able to rise up one day and become this powerful experience that the world had never thought about before. And nobody could believe him. And of course, he spoke his dream to a lot of people, to the wrong family members, and they almost wanted to store him. But at the end of the day, you could remember the experience of being in the pit at one point in his life, from the pit to the palace, where he became a prisoner for a good 13 years. He became a prisoner as a teenager. He spent 13 years in the prison. So at the age of 17, he was imprisoned. At the age of 30, he came out of prison. And because he could solve one particular problem for Pharaoh, the king of Egypt at that time, at the end of the day, he was crowned a major person in the kingdom in Egypt, right? We all know the story. How many of you can connect with the story right now? He became a crowned personality, like a leader in that environment, and he was able to solve a lot of problems, the problem of famine in Egypt at that time. Now, this was someone who had seen himself, his dream, and but it wasn't easy for him to just arrive at that destination. All right. So it is for every one of us. We have dreamed, we've seen ourselves doing great stuff, becoming this amazing person. But the truth is, most times you get to ask yourself, how can I get to this place? How can I get to this place? Nathaniel, you're welcome to class. How can I become this person? Is it going to be possible for me? Right? How can I become this person in my own environment, in my own industry? How can I gravitate towards this life of purpose? Just like what I do today. All right. I've asked myself question. I can remember one of my very first dream back then at the age of, I think maybe between 8 and 10. I can't really remember. I had a dream of leading a lot of people somewhere. I didn't know where I was leading them to, and I told my grandmother about the dream. Yes, but I didn't know what it meant. I felt it was maybe me just talking to people. I didn't know what it meant. So many of you have had great dreams, but the truth is, for you to step into that best life, it's a craving for every one of us. We all want to become that person. We want to be able to step into our intellect, right? Like I use the word, the ability to realize your potential. Yes, to realize your potential, to become that wonderful person that God has made you to be. Some of the advantages of intellect is that it is going to bring you personal fulfillment. It is going to help you to stay motivated. All right. You are going to also experience continuous growth. You begin to grow from one place to another because intellect has a way of promoting personal growth. Why? Because it brings fulfillment. When you are on that journey and you are experiencing growth at the same time, you're going to be like, oh my God. Of course, whenever we talk about the motivation that is necessary for us to do the work, we're talking about the dopamine, hormones being secreted in our system, in our body, in our chemistry. So those things will begin to secrete itself because you are finding so much joy in this very workflow. So it promotes personal growth, it brings you a sense of purpose and fulfillment, and it will also begin to enhance your well-being. Let me ask you a question, guys. How many of you are interested deep down? You're interested in achieving this best life. If you're interested, just type best life, best life, best life in the comment section. Let me see those that are interested. For me, I'm interested as well. So I could type 100 of them, 1,000 of them. All right. Are you interested in actualizing that life of your dream, that life of brilliance? Who is interested? Titilayo, how you doing? Welcome to class. Kennedy says best life. Okay. Guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do where to subscribe right now and share, like. We've got 14 persons in the room. So I want the 14 of us to like this very video right now. Okay. So I see best life from Phyllis Maposa. Phyllis, how you doing? Welcome to class. I see best life from Mami Lucentia. Okay. So best life, best life, best life. We all want to be able to what? Actualize that. Okay. What are some of those steps we can easily take? Because we live in a time of overwhelm. We are so overwhelmed with a lot of activities. A lot of activities, right? A lot of ideas, information is flowing here and there. On a daily basis, we have millions of books being launched in the market. All right, that's not talk about the articles, the content, infographics, and all the different things you can think about. So the question to you is, are you ready to experience that best life? Cleveland, you're welcome, the African pharmacist. So, are you ready to experience that best life? If you are ready, it starts from just taking a simple step. And today, I want to share with you three different steps, three simple steps that you can take. It seems I'm the queen of three now. Three simple steps that you can take to help you take this to the next level. I've shared with you the story of Joseph. Joseph in his life has had a lot of dreams. He wants to become this person. He wants to be able to actualize this, be that, but he didn't know how it was going to happen. All right. I'm going to say a lot around his life and his story because it's our central, will I say, character today. Yeah, it's our major character today that we're going to be looking into his life. Three core aspects. Number one is tapping into your potential. Tapping into your potential. Somebody should type that in the room. Tap into your potential. We're talking about the three simple steps to actualizing that life of your dream. Number one, tap into your potential. Number two, get into the flow mindset. Number three, maximize your physiology. Really, when I was making research around this subject, I just told myself we are really going to be going so deep this year, going deep into different areas of personal development, purpose, and a whole lot of different compartments that has to do with transformation. The reason is because if you are educated, if you have the knowledge to do what you're supposed to be doing, it is going to further propel you towards the life of your dream. Okay? Yes, Martin, tapping into your potential. You have to tap into it. You have to direct your focus to that innate potential. So it's not just about saying, oh, I have a lot of potential, I have a lot of passion. You have to tap into it because this is what you have. If you want to tap into the potential of a mango tree, what will you do, friends? You find a way to plant the mango seed in a good soil, in a fertile soil, so that the mango seed can grow and develop to become a mighty tree that will begin to also bear fruit, right? If you want to tap into the potential of whatever it is, maybe tomato, or maybe what's the best fruit in your country, Kennedy? Essential. What is it? You have to look for the best soil. For example, I live in Nigeria. They will tell you that apple doesn't grow in Nigeria. Okay, apple cannot grow in Nigeria because of the hotness of our weather. Okay, maybe apple prefer to grow in a place that is not too hot, maybe colder region or something. I don't know. I'm not a farmer. So if you want to get the best out of that fruit or that plant, you would have to what? Plant it in an environment where it will germinate, isn't it? That is cultivation. That's not called cultivation. Remember, then in agriculture we did a lot around shifting cultivation, subsistence farming, the different types of cultivation. Anyway, we did something connected to that. So at the end of the day, you look for a place to cultivate it. That is what? Tapping into potential. Tapping into potential. So you will not say that, oh, because I'm apple, I must grow this apple. I love to eat apple. Then you just wake up in the morning, you go plant apple in your backyard in Nigeria, and you're wetting it with water every day. You wait for ages, nothing will happen. By the time you are tired, maybe one of these days, you get angry or get mad at the apple or the soil, then you pull it out of the ground. It's not, maybe it is just already not there, or maybe it's rotten, it has turned to sand or something. So what am I saying in a nutshell? Cultivation of that potential is necessary for you to live your best self or best life. So we all have this potential. The first thing you have to begin to do, all right, Enteleki Mandora, Entlechy. Yeah. So you now realize that because I want to fulfill purpose, because I want to live my best life, I have to be able to plant myself in an environment where I can cultivate my potential. If I ask you, what is that environment for you? What is that environment? Have you ever thought about it? Okay, is that environment really about living in isolation? No. If you want an apple plant to grow, an apple seed to germinate, you will not just leave it in any place and say, okay, you can grow in isolation. No, you will not do that. Yeah, that's spelling. No. Chy, enteleki, the last T that is not there is chy. It's a Greek word. So you are not going to just place the apple anywhere and say, okay, you can grow if you like, all right, grow in isolation. No, you would have to look for the best soil. You would have to cultivate it, put some water there, or whatever it is, give it that best atmosphere that it deserves for it to grow well. That's the right spelling, for it to grow well. So tapping into your potential, it's necessary for you to what? Live your best life. Like I said, three core aspects. Number one, tap into your potential. Number two, get into the flow mindset. Number three, maximize your physiology. We are going to be looking into flow on a deeper level. Maybe in our next class that I'll be teaching alone, I'll be talking about flow. Flow is really very powerful. Many of you have heard me talk about flow before, flow psychology, and we'll be looking deeply into a lot of connection, how it can really help us to be focused and deliberate about our commitment, about attaining the life of excellence and productivity. Okay, I hope that is clear. So our potential as it is a complex entity. Humans as we are complex. All right. Somebody once said, I think according to scientists, that if you are to deconstruct the compartment of a human being and you put all of them together and you value them, okay, value all the compartment, maybe your eyes, your nose, your lungs, your liver, you value them, the price is worth more than the universe. It is so expensive. So God has been able to put this complex structure together to say, go on the earth realm and dominate, go on the earth realm and expand, do amazing things. So it is complex. It is a very complex environment. Okay, we have been placed in, which is the human body, because we're going to express our different giftings, abilities, and potential through our humanness, right? It is complex, which simply means that it is going to go beyond just developing a skill. Yeah, it is okay to upskill, it's okay to grow capacity when it comes to skill building. Maybe you work in an organization, there's a certain skill you need to develop part time, whatever it is all good, all right. But I want you to know that tapping into your potential or cultivating your potential goes beyond skill building. Oh, I want to learn these soft skills, I want to learn these hard skills. It goes beyond that. It is a complex phenomenon. Okay, and for you to be able to harness this potential, it involves embracing big challenges outside your comfort zone. It involves what? Embracing big challenges, all right, outside your comfort zone. How many of us want to go beyond our comfort zone? A lot of people are not interested. They are not interested. A lot of people, the vast majority, are not interested in going outside their comfort zone. They are not interested. There's this book written by Brenda Burchard. Brenda Burchard. Guys, check out that book for me. Okay, I remember the title of the book, The Charged Life. Is it The Charged Life or The Charger? Let me quickly search it out. By Brenda Burchard. If you want to learn more about that, it shared a lot around. Let me check it out. I think something about Charger by Brendan Burchard. How many of you like Brendan Burchard? How many of you like his work? If you do, let me know. He's such an intelligentsia. He has a lot to offer for you to be able to attain the heights of peak performance. So, for you to be able to tap into your potential or cultivate your potential, it involves going beyond your comfort zone. So, like I just gave an example with the apple seed, you are not going to place the apple seed anywhere. The soil in which you're going to place the apple seed is not a comfort zone, because in that soil, the seed of the apple would have to die. Come on now. Yes, be charged. Thank you. Thank you, Jemima. Since I've pressed something else, so put user in timeout. Sorry. Oh. Yeah, Eteleki is a place of ultimate purpose and fulfillment, the realization of our. Oh, that was a mistake. Oh. I have banned Jemima by mistake. Oh, people. Okay, so I was saying something. I'm coming, guys. Let me see if I can fix this. I wanted to highlight a comment. Let me see if I can do this with my phone. Hold on, please. I'm still here. Is she back now? Okay, it seems we'll find a way to fix that because it's taking time. Okay, we're going to find a way to fix that, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, so Dima, I'm sorry, oh, I don't know what happened. I was trying to highlight your comments, and all of a sudden it was banned. Don't know. It's technology. Sorry. So guys, like I was saying that an apple tree an apple seed as it is, you would have to place that apple seed in a soil. And in placing the apple seed in a soil, it simply means that you are going to, at the end of the day, allow that seed to die. So the comfort zone is not always comfortable as it is, or it's comfortable, but moving beyond the comfort zone is where the growth happens. Is where you are able to harness that potential. Is where you are able to do the best that you are supposed to do. Sometimes, like a quote by is it Bob Marley? It says that you would never know how strong you can be until being strong becomes your only option for growth. All right, you would never know how strong of a person you can be until being strong becomes the only option that you have. Like you would never know that you could do this until you are placed in such environment. You now begin to be like, oh my god, I never knew I could do this, I never knew I could do that. How many of you have had that experience? How many of you have had that experience before? Like you are literally carried from a place to another place. And sometimes it might seem stressful for you. It may be like, oh, I'm experiencing down times, I'm experiencing negativity in my life. But the truth is, there's also a recommendation because for you to move from the first concepts that I shared with you, harnessing your potential, cultivating your potential, to the place where you now begin to have a flow in the mindset that is necessary for you to stay connected and continue to do the work, you realize that you will have to have a bit of stress in your life. That is the truth. Although it may not be comfortable, you may have to have a bit of stress in your life. I could remember just telling myself, I want to be a global speaker. I want to be able to do this and do that. At that time, I was still in the mission house, just doing the work of God and all of that. Before that time, all right, I want to be this, but I never knew how it was going to happen. But all I did, I could remember the first time I taught in the Sunday school, it was hell. My goodness, it was something else. How would this even be possible? How will I even have this capacity to do this? How will it even be possible for me to be seen as somebody who would be able to stand before people and talk to them? Can I even do that? All right? Can I even do that? Stand before this crowd of people, people of different calibers, and calibers, like they call them. Okay? Stand in that place and be able to speak to people. Guys, have you subscribed to our channel? Have you done that? If you have not, please do where to subscribe. Where is our live video for today? To stand before this massive sort of people and be able to speak to their hearts. How is it going to be possible for me? How am I going to be able to do that? How many of you have had that experience before on a personal level? How many of you have had that experience before? Like you feel that you want to be able to do this thing, you want to be in that environment, but you find it very difficult to. And you are telling yourself, when will this even happen in my own life? When will I begin to have this kind of encounters in my life? Yeah, I can see you guys are subscribing. Beautiful, well done. I'm trying to check from this end. All right, thank you for subscribing. So how will I be able to have this sort of experience in my life? Yes, Isaac Agaba says, I have experienced it. Beautiful. Kennedy says, I have experienced it. How will I be able to step into this horizon where it is almost as though it is impossible? Nobody in my family has ever gone this path before. I've told you guys the story of, there was a day my dad saw my video somewhere, and he was like, in fact, he had to carry his phone to somewhere, and he was trying to relate to my mom. How did she do this? How did she get to this level? Yes, sometimes it may seem very impossible. You see, for you to live that best life, you have to understand that you must cultivate your potential. And the first thing, like I shared with you, is that you must understand that in cultivating or harnessing your potential, you must go beyond your comfort zone. Guys, your comfort zone bears no good intention. It is called the Kalipa effect. Kalipa. It is called the Kalipa effect. It bears no good intention. It is a place, the comfort zone is a place that is perpetually created to dim your light. Yes, so that you're not able to shine your brilliance, so that you're not able to become this amazing person that God has made you to be. Do you get it? So you have to be able to cultivate it by what? Going beyond your comfort zone. Maybe in our subsequent meetings, we'll talk about comfort zone, going beyond your comfort zone. Ma'am Dora, you're going to remind me, Ma'am Girl, if you're here, right? Going beyond your comfort zone. So the human personality is complex. You cannot just develop it by building skills, learning how to do this and do that. Those things are good. They are for building the foundation. Okay, but if you want to go beyond the foundation, you want to go beyond that foundation where you don't just want to build skills, because that is lower in terms of when we talk about the different cadres of transformation. Skill building is just at a level. Habit formation is also at a level. But you see, the greatest of the greatest is the intellectual effect, like I mentioned before. Looking out for how you can fulfill your potential, how you can fulfill your purpose, your life purpose. That's why, have you ever tried in your life? Or maybe you have seen people who have developed a lot of skills, and after a while you see they're making a lot of monies because they've been able to upskill themselves. And after a while you're like, this person is depressed. You're wondering, why are you depressed? It is because they were not able to tap into their full potential. Because that is where fulfillment lies. All right? That is where fulfillment lies. So, embracing big challenges is important for you to be able to build capacity and shed off those old cells so that you can develop new ones, so that you can build capacity for the stage, for the level that God has positioned you to be in. Do you get it, people? Are you gaining the light? Guys, are you gaining the light? So, when you engage in new challenges, according to science, you are going to be able to develop neural pathways. Do you see that? You will develop what? Neural pathways, and skills would also be formed, thereby revealing your genetic potential. My God. Thereby revealing your genetic potential. Things you never thought were there. Okay, do you see it now? So if you allow yourself to go beyond the current status quo, maybe in clear terms, as a reader, you've never read a lot of books in the last couple of years, maybe the highest you've done in a year. Tell me in the comment, what has been your highest read in a year? Tell me in the comment. I have done up to about 200 in a year. That has been more like my highest read in a year. So I brag with it every time. All right. What has been your highest read in a year? Type it in the comment. Let's say your highest read in a year has been 2 books, 10 books, 100 books, 50 books, 20 books. Now, going beyond your current position so you can begin to experience a bit of stress. I'm going to emphasize stress as we continue. So that you can experience a bit of stress that will put you in a state of flow. All right, flow is the state of optimal focus and concentration. That will put you at that level. You would have to push yourself a little. All right, you would have to push yourself a little. So when you engage in new challenges, you are going to develop neural pathways. All right, just like streets, road, in your brain, you are going to develop those neural pathways, which will now forge you to begin to grow new skills, which will now forge you, push you to begin to what? Reveal those capacity you never thought you had within. So if you have been hiding, telling yourself, I cannot do this, I don't think I want to try this, oh, it's going to stretch my life, oh, it's going to do this, my God. At the end of the day, you just realize that you are limiting yourself because you never knew how capable you would be until you are being placed in that seed, in that soil for cultivation. Until you are being placed there. If you look at the mustard seed, all right, the mustard seed, the mulberry seed as illustrated in the Bible is a bigger seed than the mustard seed, right? So when you look at the mustard seed and you compare it with the mulberry seed, you're gonna be like, this mustard seed is so tiny. Sometimes you will even sweep it away because it's so tiny, it's significant. But the mulberry seed is bigger. But at the end of the day, let's go cultivate them, guys. Let's go cultivate these two set of seeds. Okay, let's go cultivate these two sets of seeds. As we cultivate them, within a short space of time, you're going to see the mustard seed. My God, it is going to grow so big. It is going to become a very mighty tree, right? That the mulberry, because it has that potential. If it wasn't cultivated, there will be no way for anybody on earth to identify that the mustard seed has more potential. So just like you listening to me right now, it is possible you look at yourself so tiny, so small, so insignificant because of your background, because of the current challenges that you have, because of your weaknesses and inadequacies. And you're like, I cannot step into this environment. I cannot step into these positions of authority because I don't think so. But look deep down, friends. I want you to look deep down. You just begin to realize that you are a mustard seed waiting to be cultivated. But you look at that mulberry tree that is bigger than you in terms of the maybe physicalities, resources, time management, and all of that. You're like, oh, I'm not going to be able to do well just like this other person. You look at what Coach Faith is doing today, you're like, oh my God, this woman is so beautiful. Look at the way she's doing that thing. You're like, oh my God, I don't think I can ever do that. That's a lie, right? That is a big, big, big lie. Tell yourself that is a big lie. Tell yourself in the comments, that is a big lie. I can do even better. Type it in the comments. The reason is because you are a seed yet to be cultivated. And one beautiful thing about what God has given to us as a potential is the fact that you keep cultivating. Okay? You keep cultivating until the day you die. Like they say that, see, this one is not aspire to perspire conversation. This is reality. This is reality because you are a masterpiece. All right? You are a masterpiece. So you got to ask yourself, how do I cultivate myself more? Coach Trader said that for me to take myself from where I am now to the next level, I need to be able to learn how I can cultivate myself. Jemima is back. I'm excited. I'm excited. Jemima, you back? Oh my God. I'm so grateful. I've tried doing all my mathematics. I got distracted at some point. Oh, she's back. So I can even do better. I can even do better. So guys, if embracing those challenges are major pathways to becoming your best self. Do you understand? To becoming your best self. And I said that immediately you move beyond your comfort zone. Immediately you move beyond the comfort zone, you have to begin to think about adaptability. Yes, most people move beyond their comfort zone. They want to try. Let me just take a step. And before you know it, they slip back. You know why? Because your mind, your body, everything around you, they are not used to the new norm, the new environment. So you take a step further and then you take 3 steps backward. You take a step forward and then you take 3 steps backward. Friends, it is possible for you to build adaptability. All right, in building adaptability, I want to share a few steps with you. Okay, few steps for you to be able to build adaptability. Number 1, acceptance. Type it in the comments. Acceptance. Type it in the comment. Acceptance. Acceptance. Okay. Yes, Mommy Innocentia. How many of you remember this part in the Bible? I can do greater things through the Lord who strengthens me. All right. Those were the words of Apostle Paul. Okay, acceptance. Did you see that? Acceptance. Acceptance is your first step to adaptation. Now we're talking about cultivating your potential. Now, in cultivating your potential, I said one major thing you should understand is that you are a complex phenomenon. Okay, you are a complex phenomenon, and that you should go beyond just developing skills. All right, and then the third thing I shared with you is that you have to also begin to what embrace challenges. All right, I spoke about the comfort zone and all the different compartments of embracing challenges, building your planting your seed or cultivating your seed in that place where it can be able to express its highest potential. And then I said, in all of those, you have to understand that when you break out of the comfort zone and you step into a new horizon, into a new environment, you are going to be scared. Now, there are a few steps you would have to take to help you stay there and be able to maintain balance so that you can become that person you need to be. Number one is what? Acceptance. Beautiful. Acceptance. You have to be able to what? Accept yourself. Accept that you are not perfect, guys. Yeah, you have to accept that I am not perfect. I am not 100% perfect. Okay, I am complete. God created me in that way. But the truth is, because of my interactions in the earth realm, I've interacted with both the good, the bad, the ugly, because of the things that have been embedded into my subconscious while I was growing up that I wasn't aware of. I am not perfect yet. There are times my emotions can have a better part of me. My emotions can do me somehow, and I start feeling a certain when I'm like, oh my God, I'm not going to read today. Or there are times I just don't want to do nothing. I don't want to exercise. I don't want to eat. I don't want to. I'm just somehow. I just feel somehow. It's okay. That is the state of what? That is the state where you now begin to accept yourself. Just tell yourself it's okay. There are times, even Coach Faith, I oversleep. I sleep off. Maybe I'm supposed to read and also do something. I just sleep all through the night, and by the time it is 6 a.m., that is when I'll be waking up. Before now, I used to feel so bad. I'll be like, oh my God, I was supposed to meet this deadline. I couldn't. But right now, I just understand that I have to accept my mistakes. I have to accept the days I'm not able to carry myself. That is not to assuage your feelings, to not begin to feel lazy all the time. No, there has to be a balance, guys. There has to be a balance. So that acceptance is necessary. Have you heard of this formula, guys? I want to call the formula for you. Performance is equals to potential minus interference. Somebody should type that in the comment. But performance is equal to potential minus interference. So if you want to be able to perform at your optimal best, you want to be able to stay connected at that new level so that you can get the best result possible. You have to understand that there will be interference. So for you to be able to get the best and build capacity and express your brilliance at the optimal level, you have to begin to subtract those interference from your potential. Okay, those interference, they are your distractions, they are your calipers. I mentioned that before. They're your calipers. They are the things that do not bear any good intention. They are your comfort zone. They are the things that want to keep taking you back to your sameness. Okay, to your sameness, to where you have been, to your past. They want to keep reminding you. Guys, they are sabotages. How many of you can remember that? They are sabotages. They want to keep reminding you of, oh, Jemima, you used to like this kind of food, even when the food is not good for your health, right? They are sabotages. So performance is equal to potential minus interference. That is our mathematical equation for that. Potential minus interference. So you have to understand that in accepting yourself, for you to perform well at that level, you must consistently subtract interference from your potential. You must clean up. You must what? Clean up. So the next point I want to share with you is that once you are able to accept yourself, continue to activate your strength. Continue to what? Activate your strength. So living your best life is really about strength, finding your strength and activating it. So we know that there are weaknesses. We know that there are interference. We know they are there, but we must subtract interference from potential, right? For us to perform well. Each time you experience a sabotage, you are going to be like, oh my God, this is an interference. I'm just going to subtract it. Subtract it from my potential, and my potential will shine even brighter. Beautiful. Yes, Mom Girlie, remember sabotages. Yes, transcend with them. All right. So you must continue to activate your innate word, strength, and ability. So in the place of this, the illustration I give of cultivating the apple seed in that soil, I shared with you that you have to look for the best soil, right? You have to look for the best soil that can suit that. Okay, there will be hurricane, there will be tsunami, there will be all of those different compartments, but you have to continue to look out for how you can consistently work, activate. Somebody type activate in the comment. Activate. Yes, whenever you are down, you are like, oh my god, I really don't want to do this, it has happened again, another sabotage has come again. You've got to tell yourself, activate. It is time to activate your strength. It is time to activate your inherent potentialities. It is time for you to activate your what? Your personality. The last point I want to share is persistence. Persistence. There is a mathematical equation I also want to use to illustrate this. Okay, not in the form of plus and minus, but I want you to do it this way. I want to do it this way. There's what we call the adrenaline. How many of you know about the adrenaline? So we're going to put these two together. AE. AE should be directly proportional toward DM. For persistence, now we're doing the mathematics for persistence. AE should be directly proportional to what? DM. Now I'm going to break it down. Somebody should type that AE is directly proportional to DM. It shouldn't be inversely, it should be directly proportional. Okay, it should be directly proportional, but AE should carry a bigger percentage. Let's say 60-40. Okay, 60-40 for you to be a persistent person on this path, for you to be able to stay true. I've spoken about what? Acceptance. I've spoken about activation, and now we're talking about persistence. So you can call that AAP. Yes, AAP, more like app. AAP. All right. Acceptance, activation of our innate abilities, and then persistence. Guys, if you are not used to my class, we do a lot of mathematics. So we do a lot of mathematics and we use a lot of acronyms as well. Okay, so get used to them so that you will remember this is a reading platform. Okay. Now we're now beginning to talk about persistence. Like I said, AE, alphabet E. Alphabet A, alphabet E, okay, should be directly proportional to DM. Yes, that's it. The A there is what? Adrenaline. Write that down. Adrenaline. The E there is what? Effort. Then the D is dopamine. The M is motivation. Yeah. Coach Fred is doing mathematics here. Oh. My goodness. Yes, mathematics is my best subject, still my best subject. I love maths. I used to tell people that if I had gotten maybe somebody who had told me, oh, you can be an engineer, I would have gone for that. All right. So AE should be directly proportional to DM, but a bit that of the AE should be a bit higher than what? DM. So you don't forget. So A and E, they are vowels, right? They are vowel sounds. Right? They are vowel sounds. So you can easily remember. DM, just relate it to somebody sending you a DM or WhatsApp, direct message, right? So you can just say, oh, vowels, direct message, WhatsApp. You remember. So the AE there, if you want to be persistent, we'll talk about adrenaline and effort. So adrenaline is that hormone that allows you to be able to, put in the energy, all right, put in the strength. Many of you remember the fight and flight hormone. Fight, flight. Which one is the last? I think there are 3 F's. It's the adrenaline, right? When it comes, it gives you so much energy to be able to do the work. You're like, I must do this work. I must finish 10 books in 1 month. It is the adrenaline that propels the work, the energy, the effort for you to do the work, right? Then the DM, the dopamine, is also an hormone that allows you to gain so much motivation. When it is being secreted in the system, it brings in the motivation. Do you get it? It brings in the motivation. So when we say adrenaline, effort, it means that as you are doing the work, you're putting in the energy. You should also forget the place of motivation that comes with dopamine. And how do you get all of that? You get them by just rewarding yourself with as little as it may seem, All right. Sometimes you can just do so much work and just enter into the we call them market square here. Market square or the or what they call them. I don't know what they call them in your place. We have a lot of market squares. Just go there and get yourself maybe one wonderful yogurt and whatever confectionery you love to take. Just enjoy yourself once in a while, right? You are giving yourself another boost of dopamine. All right, that motivation to keep on skyrocketing. Oh, I just completed the book. I need to take myself out. I need to go to see that movie because I just completed the book. Then the adrenaline is what drives the effort. How many of you are ready to connect this again and again? When you are putting in the energy and it's almost like you're tired, you're not feeling yourself, just know that you are neglecting DM. And not also over pamper yourself with the aspect of DM. Like I said, that the AE has to be 60% or 70%, while the DM has to be 40 or 30%. Okay, so that is it. Persistence is important. I just wanted to give you that mathematical equation so that you can align it. Whenever you are done, you know that, oh, I really need a lot of dopamine right now. Whenever the dopamine is becoming too much, you have to reduce it so that you can put in more energy for your persistence level to be what? Balanced. So the AAP, acceptance, activation, and what? Persistence, for you to be able to stay committed in that comfort zone and continue to do the work. All right. So I said I was going to speak on the flow mindset. We've got 9 minutes to go. If you have any question, please do where to share. Okay, do where to share the flow mindset. The flow mindset. Like I said already, that when you are breaking out of the comfort zone, it's going to be stressful. Yeah, it's going to be stressful. The truth is, if you have never experienced stress in your life, you will not grow. How many of you know that for a woman to give birth to a baby, she would have to go through stress? Any beautiful thing that comes in life. I once had TD Jakes one time. He said, how many of you know TD Jakes? He said, yes, when you get a miracle, I'm trying to mimic him now. When you get a miracle, brothers, you've got to know that that miracle is going to come with a problem. It's going to come with a challenge. Are you ready for the challenge? So when you have a new baby right now, you are going to wake up at night, pamper the baby, make sure the baby is well fed, the baby is going to be crying, you're going to be jumping everywhere. Yeah, these are some of the challenges that comes with a miracle. Are you ready for the challenges? So when you are breaking out of that comfort zone, you should know that you're going to experience stress. It's going to be stressful. You want to make more money. Maybe you need to increase your work ethic, which will not be easy. You want to grow your capacity for excellence. You want to be able to grow your capacity for extraordinary accomplishment. My friend, you've got to experience stress. And that stress is really a beautiful thing, because with it comes the flow state, comes the state of optimal focus. Yes, when you get married as a woman or as a man, you are going to forget a lot about a lot of the things you used to do as a single person. Maybe every Friday night you have to hang out somewhere and you eat out 3 times a week. You go out anytime, you come out anytime, you come home anytime. Those things are going to reduce. And to you, you may begin to look at them as stress. But the truth is, it is going to help you focus. It's going to help you align. Like I would always say, that one of the greatest institutions that God ever created to align your focus is having a marital relationship. Yeah, there are a lot of other things, but marriage brings you into the realm of focus. Yeah, if you're a single person, you have a lot of friends, you're always having fun, 10 people can call you in a day. My friend, when you get married, you are going to take care of your husband. If you have kids, you are going to take care of your kids. And for 10 years, we may never hear of you anymore, because you're going to be busy with your family. So whenever you are called, you'll be like, oh my God, it's not easy. I go to work. When I'm back from work, I have to cook. I have to take care of my family. I have to do this. I have to do that. That is life. Yes, it's going to stress you, but it's going to bring you to the realm of focus. Do you understand? Do you understand it now? But then when the stress becomes too much, maybe you're not experiencing domestic violence in the marriage. You're not having abuse, emotional abuse from your partner. That stress is now over stress. That one will no longer put in the state of optimal focus. It is going to break you. That is going to break you. That's why flow psychology says there has to be a moderate stress. Okay, moderation in that stress level to help you align your focus, to help you align your focus. Let me also give another example with the Ludo game. How many of you know how to play the Ludo game very well? If you love to play the Ludo game, if you decide to play the Ludo game, maybe I decide to play with Mom Innocential, or I decide to play with Prosper, I'm going to enjoy it because there's going to be a bit of stress, because Prosper is going to be more like he's an adult. Yeah, possibly he plays well. I play well as well. So there's going to be a bit of stress, a bit of back and forth that will not immerse us into the process for us to enjoy it. But what if I decide to play with my 5-year-old baby? My God, no stress there. There's not going to be any bit of stress there, because I'm just going to pamper the child. I'm like, okay, oh yeah, win the next one before you start crying, right? So that stress in that situation allows you to build focus. Even the place of reading, I teach flow, because when you read books that are so lower than your capacity, you are not going to enjoy it. You are not going to experience intimate focus because it is lower than your capacity. When you read books that are above you, so above you, we call them superior books, it is going to break you because it is beyond your capacity. But when you read books that are a bit above you, meaning you can still manage with them, you look at the words of the author, their rhetorics, their expressions, their connection, you now begin to read, and then you can experience flow. At that level of flow, we call it speed reading, right? We call it speed reading. Be like, oh my God, I'm a speed reader. But there are some books that will also be given to you bigger than you in terms of expressions and the storyline and the character, whatever, that you may not be able to flow with. You may not be able to experience speed at that level. Do you understand what flow is now? So in terms of really moving from expressing your best life, you have to be able to harness your potential, which we have been talking about. The next thing is what? Experience a bit of stress. Allow stress to reign. Don't cry when there is stress. All right. Michael Bernard Beckwith calls it the dark night of the soul. How many of you can remember the dark night of the soul? Yeah. The first time I heard that, I was like, my God, what is this? People are so intelligent. Like, where did they get their research from? The dark night of the soul. At that time where you now begin to experience a bit of darkness in your life. And it's almost like all hell are breaking loose right now. Things are not working the way you have prayed for them to work. You have told yourself, when I enter into this business, my first year in this business, I'm going to make $1 million. And your first year, you are already in debt. You have not made a dime, right? You should know that that stress that is coming is necessary for you to experience flow in your mindset so that you can focus. Like I said, flow is the realm of optimal focus, optimal performance. So you can focus, put your mind to work, and begin to work, get results. Get what? Results. Yes, amen, amen. Kennedy says today things will change for me. Amen, amen. Yeah, that's the essence of this show, so that you can keep learning and growing, and you can build capacity. All right, so some of the triggers, let's talk about some of the triggers of flow according to the work of Stephen Kotler. How many of you have read any book by Stephen Kotler? Let me see. Stephen Kotler. Have you read any of his book? He's the author of Superman. He wrote a book on that. He wrote a book on, I'm going to check them out, okay? He has written a lot of books. Stephen Kotler also shared a lot around flow, but the great and the father of flow is Mia Csikszentmihalyi. He wrote a book titled Flow, okay? I think I've taught flow in the book Motivation Monday. Guys, go and check. Go and check. I think I taught flow in the book Motivation Monday. Ma'am Girlie, did I? Have I taught flow in the book Motivation Monday? So some of the triggers of this flow include setting a clear goal in that area of life. Setting a clear goal. You can type that down. Set your goals, all right, and make sure that you follow them. As you begin to follow those goals, always learn to get immediate feedback. Immediate feedback, maybe from your coach, if you have a coach in your life, all right? Get immediate feedback from your coach. Have a timeline, have a way you review your goals so that you can always get immediate feedback. Okay, one of the major ways you can get immediate feedback is by reviewing your goals. I think I shared in one of my class how I review my goals every night. When I wake up, before I do anything in the morning, I review my goals. Okay, so that's a way to get immediate feedback. Having a coach or a mentor is another way to get immediate feedback that can help you balance out. So with that, you are going to begin to balance between your challenges and your skills. As you are entering into those realm of challenges, you're also going to be knowing how you have been able to develop certain skills that is unspoken of. You may not even know that you have developed them. All of a sudden, those things are just growing, they are developing in your life, and you're like, oh my God, how did I get to this level? But with feedback, you will now begin to measure your growth, and then you know that this is how far I have gone. And then another trigger of flow is passion. What is your passion? What are you passionate about? And the last thing I want to talk about is curiosity. My God. If you want to learn more about curiosity, you can read the work of Ian Leslie. Ian Leslie is a great guy in the work of curiosity. He was able to talk about the two different major types of curiosity, and I also shared it in my book, Effective Reading Habits. He spoke about the epistemic curiosity and the diversive curiosity. Now, let's quickly look at the last point this evening. Please ask your questions, guys, so that we can I can address them. This is your opportunity to ask me questions, and please subscribe to our channel. Invite your friends, guys, to our next episode. I'm gonna be having a guest next week. Yeah, I hope he's able to show up next week. Okay, so friends, invite your friends, your neighbors, and all of them to join us in our Readers Public Show session, so that we can have conversations around reading, around life, around personal growth and transformation. So the last thing I want to talk about is maximizing your physiology, your physicality, maximize your health, maximize your biochemical makeup. All right, maximize it. It is important for you to do that, for you to be able to have your best life. How do you maximize it? Number one, learn how to sleep well. Okay, sleep well, eat well. Nutrition is very beautiful. Eat well, exercise all the time. Okay, personalize your nutrition. I love that. Personalize your nutrition. While I was doing biochemistry in those days, I realized that there are food that can work with you based on your blood group, based on your personality. But we don't put that into consideration in most places. We just everyone in the family just eats the same thing in the morning, eat the same thing in the noon, we eat the same thing in the evening. But sometimes your little one in the house, or maybe another adult in the house, will be saying, oh, I want to eat this, on with, oh, this is what we have available right now. Or maybe you don't have a special cook who does the cooking, so it may be stressful for you to be cooking 3 different meals at the same time, you know. So it's really stressful. But I want you to invest in this. Yeah, I'm also talking to myself right now. Invest in your nutrition, personalize it. Okay, when you eat a certain food and you feel a certain way, please don't eat that food again. It's not compulsory now. There are several recipes. Meet Mami Essential Free Jason to give you recipes. Okay, learn how to what personalize your meal. If you take meat or you take fish and you take a certain type of fish, it doesn't sit well with your system, don't go there anymore, because most times when you feel about a particular meal will determine how the digestive process is going to also run. Yes, have you ever noticed that you eat a certain food while you are angry, and then you wake up with constipation? Okay, you wake up with constipation, be like, but I like this food, I like this food. It's because you were feeling somehow. Yes, it has a way of affecting your hormone balance. Okay, sometimes you eat certain type of carbohydrate, you wake up in the morning, you are just sad, you are just angry with everybody, and somebody's like, did we offend you last night? Not knowing that the food you have eaten, the balancing has not been proper, and it doesn't really align well with your system. You're just feeling sad. Okay, so that is it. Okay, that's good, Mami Gelly. Mami Gelly says she's currently on a 2 week trial of not consuming refined sugar, and she's already feeling light. Beautiful. Isaac says, honestly, I don't sleep well. Okay, learn how to eat well as well. Eat a lot of veggies, fruits, Isaac, so you can balance up. You can see a nutritionist around you. Please do well to do that, or even see your doctor so that they can give you best recommendations. But most times, when you're not sleeping well, maybe anxiety, maybe depression, maybe anything. Okay, but one major way to combat that is by eating well. Look into your sleep routine. I was carrying out a research one time, and I discovered that in some of these first world countries, they have what called the sleep lab. How many of you have heard of the sleep lab before? Okay. Kennedy says sometimes we repeat same food for 3 days. What a mess. That is a challenge. That is the challenge. I don't want to be repeating food, please. Yeah, if I eat it this week, maybe it's in next 2 weeks. Yeah, you need somebody, you need a diet chef like Mami Essential to plan your meal for you, to give you a template if you can afford it. Yes, if you can afford it. Um, so that is it. That is it. Have you heard of the sleep lab before? The sleep lab is a place where people go and check themselves. They are not sleeping well. They just plug some electrodes and machines and all of that. So they sleep there 24 hours or so, and they watch their system to know what the regulations are like, and they can give their recommendations. Okay, so that is it. You have to sleep well. Sleep management is important. You can read books on sleeping as well, how you can take your sleep to the next level, and also continue to build habits. Habit formation is important. This thing is a journey, and that's why I've decided to be teaching us here for free. Absolutely. So you can invite your friend, and every Friday, I've decided to be showing up, where we can just talk about different things, but basically productivity, personal development, reading, and so much more. So bring your friends, let them come and have this tete-a-tete with us, same time every week. Okay, sleep management is important. You can read Superhuman by Habit, um, so that you can learn more about how to build habits. Right? There's also a video on this channel doing the Transcend book where I had a conversation with um, Lady Ozioma, Coach Ozioma Anyoji, and she shared a lot around this book. So you can go and listen, guys. That is it. Mom Gary says, I need that sleep lab. Okay, oh, you would have to initiate it in your country if it is not there, or you travel to the US to go sleep and just tell them I'm traveling to go and sleep and know how my sleep is like. People are going to be like, are you sure you're okay, this woman? Okay, so that is it. It is important. Spend on your head, look good. Your physiology is important so that you can carry this body that want to experience the best life. Okay, so I've shared with you 3 different compartments in experiencing your best life. Simple steps to personal one mastery. We spoke about tapping into your potential, harnessing your potential, cultivating your potential, however you want to call it. And then we spoke about the flow state, and I emphasized so much on the need for the minimal level of stress that can help you balance that flow mindset so that you can get into the zone, get into the place of peak performance. And then the last part is maximizing your physiology, your biochemical makeup, your personality, your inherent abilities, and all of that, putting them together so that they can work well through the different tips I have shared with you. Have you learned something tonight? Yeah, 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 yeah. Guys, have you learned? Have you learned? Have you learned? Who is ready to go implement? Let me take water, guys, as I answer your questions. So if you have questions, can you kindly drop your questions right now? Have you shared our video? Have you shared our video? Have you liked? Have you liked our video? Have you shared? Have you commented? Have you, what else? What else do we do on YouTube? All the YouTube stuff you know how to do best. Have you done them? So next week, make sure you invite one person. Make sure when you see the flyer next week, just pick it up and share, 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 so we can have more people. For those of you that just showed up for the first time, thank you so much for showing up. My name is Faith Michael. I'm the president of Free Leaders Book Club, the community that is set to raise millions of intentional readers globally. In here, we do a lot around book recommendations. If you check the description of this video, I have recommended 2 powerful books. Okay, 2 powerful books that you can read to help you integrate some of the things that I have shared today. So those 2 powerful books will help you. How many of you can remember the formula for performance? Very soon, Kennedy, you can ask your question. Very soon, I'm going to be setting exams so that you write your exams, and let me see those that will pass my questions. How many of you love to write exams? Okay, so um, Unashamedly, Superhuman by Steele, and Arete by Brian C. Johnson. How many of you have seen some of the key points I shared from the work of Arete, Brian C. Johnson? If you didn't, it's in this video. That's a question from Girly. What could be the reason one always feels like they have no energy? You have to check your physiology, like I said. Look into your nutrition, look into your exercise routine. Do you exercise very well? Look into your sleep management. Yes, I spoke about your sleep management and your habit. Your habit too can also impact your energy level. Yes, I used to have this experience because I work from home a lot. So each time I just see myself fainting and I start eating a lot. I start trying to just cope, and all of that until I started doing a lot around, some of the things I wasn't doing by myself. I decided to start doing them. So it helps a lot. So check out your habits, check out your routine, check out your eating, your sleep management, and some other factors, and you're going to get better. If you do all of this and you see that they're not working, please reach out to your doctor. You see, in terms of nutrition, is also a very powerful one. I used to have issues with nutrition, like when I eat, I feel a certain way about the particular food. I just eat it just to fill up my stomach. After a while, I discovered that it was really affecting me. I had to stop. Okay, I started eating the things that I felt so good about. All right. Okay, my nutrition is also recommending that it could be that your iron level is low. Is low. Okay, beautiful. Yes, you can also take your routine drugs. There's what called the routine drugs. How many of you know about routine drugs? Then you have iron, the ferrous, you have the B complex, you have the calcium, you have B complex, you have different ones. Just reach out to maybe your doctor or your pharmacist. Um, where is Clivet? Clivet is not here anymore. The African pharmacist. You can also reach out to Clivet and ask questions. He should have some ideas to share with you as well. He's a very intelligent man. Okay, Kennedy, you haven't shared your question. So, guys, like I was sharing, that it is important that you invite your friends because we want to grow our community. Want to be able to take our transformation to the next level. Okay, so our latest program in the system right now is the reading challenge, which should be starting on the 12th of this very month. If you have not shared it to your network, what are you waiting for? This is the opportunity to also participate in the wisdom that we're going to be sharing with a lot of people for them to know that there's so much light in the world of reading. So we're going to be having that reading challenge. Currently, we've got a lot of people in the room. We want to also see how we grow in that capacity and build people, impact people. All right. For those of you that are not in my membership, if you are not in our book club, what are you waiting for, guys? Why are you not in my book club? Send me a DM. There's a link in this description. If you have my WhatsApp contact, send me a DM so that you can register and be part of our book club. We also have the mastermind. We also have the personal development training programs. All right, you can reach out for clarity so you can get the best for you. Okay, and so you can join our programs. Okay, so we're gonna meet again. Kennedy, I didn't get the question. Kennedy, I didn't get your question. I have a question, coach. That's what I saw here. Did you guys see this question? Okay, I was asking how do I get out of this mindset of choosing which book to read and not to read. If I get your question clearly, um, getting out of the mindset is simply having a vision. Get into your Teleki mindset. All right. What is my purpose? What are my vision? What do I want to build capacity in? Do you understand? What do I want to build capacity in? Who do I want to become in the next few days, in the next few months? Have a goal. Remember, for you to get into the flow state, you must have a goal. You must what have a goal. That was the very first point that I shared with you guys, that you need to what have a goal. All right. When I talk about feedback, when I talk about balancing your challenges, passion, and curiosity, have a goal. What is your goal? Okay. What is your goal? What do you want to achieve? You don't just want to read anyhow. There are millions of books right now being launched on a daily basis. So you cannot even finish a million books in your lifetime, even if you are reading one book per day from now. Even if you are 5 years old, like you are reading one book per day from now, you will not be able to complete a million books in your lifetime. That's the number of books that people are launching on a daily basis right now, according to research. All right. Before now, it used to be about 3 to 8 million books in a year, but the statistics has increased. That's purple. It has 100-fold right now. People are launching content, ideas, different things on a daily basis. All right. So you have to understand that. Have a goal, have a target. Who do I want to become? Okay. You can also join the Leaders Book Club membership. We have a membership that is intentional about growth, where you don't have to figure it all out by yourself. We just help you do that. Your decision is just to join, okay? Simply for you to just join the community that align with your vision. You want to grow your spiritual capacity and your ability to read the Bible very well. You want to grow in your capacity to speak well, to write well. You want to grow your capacity in terms of business, relationship, okay, relationship and all those different compartments. Just get into that and get a lot of books to read. But for you on a personal level, have a goal. Okay. All right. Somebody says magnesium and Boroka are also an energy booster one must have as daily drugs. Beautiful. Okay. Well, my doctors are here. Shelly is saying magnesium and Boroka. Beautiful. Shelly, how you doing? Uh, why is it that men don't like going to the hospital? I don't know that statistics. Prosper, I don't know where you got your statistics from. All right, everyone. I think we have answered all our questions. All right, magnesium Buroka. So it still boils back to the routine drugs that I mentioned before, the different combinations. All right. Some of those things we are supposed to be taking them on a daily basis. Yes, like iron, like calcium. We're supposed to be taking them not when we are having crisis. Sometimes when you are depressed, they say because you're not taking enough vitamin D. All right, you're not exposing yourself to the sun rays a lot. So these are all things that can happen. If you try them out and they don't work, you can then see your doctor for further analysis. So guys, have you seen the book that I have recommended? If you need the book and you don't have them, like we always say, you can reach out to us. You can join our e-library. Okay. So I recommended 2 books: Unashamedly, Superhuman by Steele and Arete by Brian C. Johnson. Follow our page and keep learning. I am going to see you next week. Have a lovely night rest. I love you all. Bye for now. Bye bye. Yeah, 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 yeah. The session has been amazing, guys. I enjoyed myself. I hope you learned a lot. I hope you learned a lot. My God. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the love, Lord. Thank you for the price you paid, bearing all my sins and shame. And now, many of you know that song. And now you get your forgiveness and embrace, yeah.